umaga po sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat po sa Panginoon sa magandang araw na ito.
The action continues here at the Ynares Center in Antipolo City for the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. As you see here, our 6-game slate. Later in the afternoon, Antipolo will go up against Quezon City. Before that, at 12:30 p.m., it's Quezon City. Or at 10:40 a.m. rather, it's Rizal and Marikina in the 18-Wonder matchup. But first, our game at hand, it's the Rizal Switch Fiver taking on the Marikina Junior Shoemasters in the 16-Under division. Hello everyone who's watching us live on the official Junior MPBL Facebook page. Ken Panglinan, kasama pa rin si Coach Noy Africa. And Coach, we saw the 14-Under matchup wherein itong Marikina Junior Shoemasters prevailed over Rizal 63-52. And itong dalawang kupunan na to also coming off losses and will try to bounce back in this game.
Well, definitely one of these two teams will finally barge into the win column. Itong ang Rizal at 0-1, while itong Marikina who lost to Malabon in Mandaluyong 0-2. So definitely losing streak will be broken today.
On the side of the Rizal, they led by 8 points at the half, 36-28, but Quezon City was able to turn things around in the second half.
Well, that's right. And actually yung Rizal, they shot fairly well from the field, 49%. But yun nga, 2 out of 13 from the 3-point area, only 15%. But I think their biggest problem in that game was turning the ball over too much. 33 turnovers. Dun sa 33 turnovers and 22 off steals by Quezon City, which were converted by Quezon City to 34 points of turnovers. And the notable players for them in that game, that's John Ray Radica with 22 points and 2 rebounds. And then you have Axel Mendoza with 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists.
Sa palag naman ng Marikina, they dropped their first 2 assignments. Particularly against Mandaluyong, they trailed by as much as 20 points. And luckily for them, they were able to cut the deficit, but they lost by 7 in that game.
Yeah, that's right. But, you know, the real problem in that game is they started real slow. They only had 6 points in the first quarter. And going up against the quality of teams here in the Junior MPBL, you cannot afford to only have 6 points in a quarter, much less in, you know, first quarter. You want to start strong. And they also had 27 turnovers in that ball game. That's just too much. But we have some notable performances for them. Sam Estidio providing some points from the perimeter, driving inside, 22 points and 8 rebounds. And of course, hindi rin magpapula itong si Rain Renos with 12 points and 5 rebounds.
Sino kaya sa dalawang kupunan na to ang magkapagbabaon ng kanilang unang panalo here in the Junior MPBL? Meanwhile, we have our third member ng ating broadcast group, si Teta Cruz, with us who has a report.
Hello mga kaliga, you're still watching the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL live at Inaugural Center, Antipolo City. So for the second game, no, we have here the 16-Under. And the Marikina Shoemasters and the Rizal Switch Fivers have faced challenges, the same challenges, especially with the team chemistry and their defense. Kaya syempre, hopeful sila na lahat ng kanilang preparation and training ay maia-apply nila for this game. Kasi nga, both teams are hopeful to get the win. And now, we will turn you over to the game announcer, Gerald Rosedes. Thank you so much.
Welcome to Ynares Center, Antipolo. First, we would like to thank Atlantis 88, sponsor of Manny Pacquiao Junior MPBL Inaugural Season, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. For the second matchup, 16-Under, Rizal Switch Fiber versus Marikina Shoemasters. Introducing first, the starting 5 of Rizal Switch Fiber. Playing guard, number 0, Clean Gregorio. His center, number 72, Axel Mendoza. Shooting guard, number 12, Sean Vergara. At forward, number 10, Mark Herrera. Small forward, number 14, Rejan Ladica. Head coach of Rizal Switch Fiber, 16-Under, Coach June Cuevas. Now introducing Marikina Junior Shoemasters 16 under. Playing shooting guard number 24, Ranyos Rain. Playing point guard number 95, Sean Severo. His small forward number 6, Sanji Mestillo. Playing power forward number 14, Mart Hagonoy. At center number 10, Lebron Escalante. Head coach of Marikina Junior Shoemaster 16 under, Coach Carlo Pacheco.
And we've got the starters for both squads. For Rizal, we've got Klein Gregorio and Sean Vergara. At the backcourt. Up front is Mark Herrera, Ray John Ladica, and Axel Mendoza. Sa Junior Shoemasters naman, it's Rain Reños, Sean Severo playing the guard positions. Small forward is Senji Mestidio, power forward Mart Hagonoy, and the man in the middle is Lebron Escalante. And first quarter underway here. Marikina with the basketball. And coach, coming off 2 losses here, ano sa tingin mong kailangan nilang gawin? Coach Carlo Pacheco searching for answers here.
Well, I think for Coach Carlo Pacheco, it's really a matter of finding the right combination on the floor. Finding the right strengths of his lineup, and I think, yeah, it's a chemistry issue right now, but that can be fixed with a lot of repetitions and practices and games.
On the side of Rizal, they led by 8, like we mentioned at the top of the coverage, 36-28 at the half. But the points were hard to come by in the second half. They were only able to score 20. Actually, they were only able to score 16 points in the second half.
Well, I think for Rizal, the offense and defense will really need to be anchored by this guy, Axel Mendoza. This kid is quite big, but he does move like a forward.
Meanwhile, a 3-pointer, wala. I stand corrected. Actually, 34 points naman sila nung second half. But itong Quezon City was just firing on all cylinders in the third and fourth quarters. And yung defense yung naging issue nito Rizal, as Coach June Cuevas trying to rally his troops here. Mendoza sa loob gets fouled. Mendoza to Mendoza crime. Ang nangyari doon?
Well, for itong Rizal switch fiber, some of their main players here coming from the Arellano Braves, where Coach Cuevas is one of the assistants. Again, yung story nga was naunahan kasi sila ng Antipolo magpa-try out. So, kumbaga, na-filter na ng Antipolo. So, they had to be a little more creative. And itong si Coach Cuevas nga, one of the assistants with the Arellano Braves, being able to recruit some players to play for Rizal. Of course, ang league rules natin is you need to have 5 homegrown players, and it's up to you really how to fill up your roster for as long as locals nga sila, Filipino-born.
A split from the line as Coach Carlo Pacheco lamenting from the sidelines.
Of course, Coach Carlo Pacheco, a very emotional and engaged coach, and especially for kids at this age, you want a coach who is disengaged.
Mendoza tries to find a cutting Gregorio. 7.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Vergara really struggled in their opening game. Scoreless in 14 minutes. Turnover sa panig ng Rizal. Mestidio getting Marikina on the board here.
Really one of the best ways to score is go to your early offense, and that time Marikina now with an early lead 2-1.
They swing it the reverse. Galing dito kay Mark Herrera.
Mark Herrera getting creative underneath and very creative with his hair also.
Sino kaya influence niyan, no?
Hindi kaya si Dennis Schroeder.
pwede, no? As a three-pointer knocked down by Severo. Actually, that was number 24, Reños. Para sa panig ng Junior Shoemasters. Long shot galing sa kanya and it's the lead para dito sa Marikina as Mendoza gets fouled once again. On our electronic scoreboard, it's 5-3. So we have to check that if it was a long 2 or a 3. But nonetheless, labang dito ang Junior Shoemasters with 6:18 left in the first quarter.
Well, I think in this game, itong si Axel Mendoza will really have his hands full. Dahil itong mga bigs ng Marikina are back to the basket kind of bigs. You have Escalante, you have Catalan, very physical bangers inside and able to score inside using their strength.
So that was a 3 galing dito kay Reños. So it's 5-all. Approaching the 6-minute mark of the first. Wild shot by Mestidio. And a fast break opportunity. Ladica leaking out. Great block galing dito kay Reños. Severo cutting. But they lose the basketball. And Coach Carlo Pacheco really asking ito si Severo as that chase down block galing dito kay Reños to the delight of this crowd from Marikina.
Well, that's actually the reason why you don't look back and titingnan mo pa yung defender. Inabutan siya tuloy that time.
Ladica gets fouled. And Rizal shot really decently from the field, 49%. But you mentioned, Coach, yung 33 turnovers. And as a result, had 16 less field goal attempts compared to the Junior Giants in their last game.
Usually, when you score near 50%, that usually results in a win.
At yan ang nagiging problema nila kahit on cue. Turnovers na naman.
I think the problem here really is chemistry lang talaga. They really need to gel and quick. You cannot just go down and pile up losses early and try to force yourself into the playoffs. Sometimes kasi it's really just a matter of seedings, the luck of the draw, so to speak.
Agonoy underneath scores. 2-point lead for Marikina. And it's a long tournament, Coach. So many teams. Tandaan natin yung format natin. Top 6 as Reños with his 5th point. Top 6 from each division. The North and the South will go outright in the quarterfinals. And meron tayong play in tournament as a hard fall. And Ladica clutching on his back. And our referees immediately signaling for an unsportsmanlike foul. Let's take a look. Oh man. Hopefully it's nothing serious, but that was really a nasty fall galing dito kay Ray John Ladica.
Although I don't think there was anything malicious on the side of Escalante, just really not in the proper position. Ang mali nga dun actually was he turned his back. And usually kasi, you know, when you're trying to defend and without any animosity, sasaluhin mo yun eh. But that time Escalante just turned his back, and that's a pretty dangerous play even if it was unintentional. But you can see itong si Ladica right back up.
Pinagpag lang. But let's see for the remainder of this ball game. But take a look again.
As you see, ito nga, just looks way worse than it really was. These kids able to, you know, they know how to fall, and that really comes with experience. And of course, Ken, if you see yung build kasi nito ni Ladica, alam mo yun, you're pretty sure that he has played enough basketball games to know how to fall.
And Ray John Ladica is a key cog para sa kanila. He had 22 points in their last game. Although mixed bag yung laro niyang yun. 9 out of 17 field goals, but only 2 out of 9 from the free throw line, and then 8 turnovers. But you could see he is up. That's good news if you're Coach June Cuevas. Not only from the side of Rizal, but as a basketball fan, ayaw mong makita yung ganyang klaseng pangyayari, Coach.
Yeah, most definitely. But it's nice to see him active here, even shooting a three-pointer that time.
Severo, top of the key. Reños penetrating. Goes for the dipsy-do. Gets whacked there by Mendoza.
Well, I think this is pretty much really the game of Reños. I don't really remember him hitting a three-pointer in their previous game. And that's how he started scoring here. But right now, being true to his identity is Reños trying to penetrate inside.
Under 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. And Marikina so far has done a great job drawing fouls. Itong Rizal over the limit. Samantala itong Junior Shoot Masters only with 1 team foul in the first. A split from the line. Rizal down by 3. As we turn you over to Teta Cruz for a report. Teta?
Ken and Coach Noy, no, with the current standing of Marikina Shoe Masters in this league, ang iniisip lang nila ngayon ay kailangan talaga nilang manalo. Sa kabilang banda naman, hopeful ang Rizal Switch Fivers na makuha nila ang other win nila from today's game.
Maraming salamat, Teta. And it's 10-7 here with 3:42 left. Ladiga again at the line.
Well, again, both coaches not wanting to fall even further down the standings. I mean, you don't want these kids to make losing a habit. And for Marikina, if they lose, they're going to go down to 0-3. If Rizal loses, 0-2. So that's really not an ideal position for both of these teams.
And Dadika knocking down this free throw so far. Nabati ko agad. Axel Mendoza with offensive rebound. Tries for the putback. Marikina with the leather. Severo swings it. And a traveling call against Magsumbol. Coach Carlo Pacheco. One fiery coach. And really talking to his players there as a timeout requested here. Marikina up 10-9 here in the first.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa binigay niyang lakas ng pangatawan natin at itong biyaya, pagkakataon na makapaglaro tayo ng basketball. Maraming
Back inside the Ynares Center in Antipolo City for the 16-under matchup between Rizal and Marikina, as we would like to thank Vivere Hotel and Resorts, Auto Asia, Doride, and Atlantis 88. 3:24 left. Marikina up by 1. Herrera trying to attack the basket. Pulls it out. Magsumbol almost with a steal, but Mata no look. Unable to convert.
Actually, itong si Catalan in their first game was the leading scorer with 15 points. But in the last game, I don't think he even scored.
Isa yan sa mga paborito ni Coach Joseph Guion. Na mamaya, matindi ang kanilang laban. You gotta watch that MPBL game later at 8 p.m. It's the Bacoor City Strikers visiting in Palayan City in Nueva Ecija as they take on the defending champions, the Rice Vanguards. Coach Joseph Leon, one of the assistants ni Coach Gerson Cabiltes. Axel Mendoza ilalabas dun muna dito.
Of course, Coach Joseph Guion, one of our analysts here in the Junior MPBL.
Na masasabi natin, the one and only Gerald Anderson ng Philippine coaching, di ba?
Oo, parang minsan mapapadalawang isip ka eh. Pero pag naalimpungatan ka, obvious naman kung sino si Gerald Anderson.
Ganun ba? Ako minsan, hindi ko pa rin ma-distinguish.
Hindi pa din talaga.
Mahirap. Meanwhile, back to action here. Magsumbol, nice find. But before that, there's a foul. Pero penalty na dito ang Rizal. So, 2 free throws pa rin dito kay Villasan. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left. And both teams have hit a snag in their scoring. Medyo matlako na tayo sa score na ito, Coach.
Well, I think for both of the coaches here, talagang, I think they're still really finding the right combinations. They're still trying to find the strength of the players that they have.
I wonder what the foul call was earlier. Dahil penalty na dito. Actually, I stand corrected. Marikina pala ang penalty na dito. So it's only their second team foul. Talking about tong Rizal. Mendoza missing. Mata with the basketball. Losing it.
Well, actually, it's interesting how itong Rizal is still, just down by a point. Itong Marikina shooting 40% from the field. Itong Rizal, only 12%.
Punta sila sa loob dito. And Gareth Mata gives the lead to Rizal. 11-10, 1 minute and 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Magsumbol, trying to escape the defense. And a foul call against Mendoza. That's their third team foul. Talking about tong Rizal. But first, take a look at that sublime passing there. Mendoza set up well by Gareth Mata.
Well, if you tell me that you're shooting 2 out of 10 from the field and yet you have a 1-point lead, medyo mahirap paniwalaan. But of course, Rizal here has been able to go to the free throw line, converting 7 out of 9.
And that turnaround jumper works para dito kay Brian Catalan.
Just creating a lot of space there and the soft touch to make that mid-range jumper.
Brian Catalan, first 2 points. Biglang awa. Sending the ball out of bounds. As we take a look at the post-up. Carving out space. Daryl Catalan, no problem. Mata fakes, gets fouled on the floor, pero penalty na dito ang Marikina.
So yet another trip to the free throw line for Rizal. We haven't really seen teams shoot well from the free throw line, regardless of division. So this is actually a good sign here for Rizal that they've made 7 out of 9 so far.
Mata, hailing from Barangay San Guillermo in Morong, Rizal. Silang dalawa, actually, ni Alexis Capaducio, ang mga taga Morong. Missing on his first. 0 of 2 from the line. It's still Marikina with a lead, 12-11. 30 seconds remaining sa ating unang yugto. And just a careless turnover galing dito sa Junior Shoemasters.
Actually, both teams in the first quarter already with 6 turnovers each.
Mendoza swings it to Ramos. Almost losing the leather. Hagonoy recovering that basketball. Biglang awa. 10 seconds remaining. Catalan. Magsumbol sa loob. No. He gets his own miss and gets the bang and the bucket. And that move of the game brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL. And a timeout requested here. Actually, substitution lang pala. Maaba yung buzzer.
Oo, parang pareho lang yung length ng buzzer, but that time ito si Magsumbol collecting his own miss. Chance to complete a three-point play here.
Short on the free throw as time expires. Marikina will end the first quarter with a 3-point lead, 14-11. Second quarter in just a bit when we return only here on the Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Lahat ng mga team, lahat ng mga participants at mga bisita na nandito ngayon, magandang araw po sa ating lahat.
We're just about to start the second quarter as Coach Carlo Pacheco and the rest of the Marikina Junior Shoe Masters up by 3, 14-11 at the end of the opening quarter. This is the 16-under matchup. Marikina taking on the Rizal Switch Fiber. Again, Pangilinan, kasama pa rin po si Coach Noy Africa. And Coach, your thoughts on what transpired in quarter number 1?
Well, actually, that offense for Marikina has been very efficient, especially from the field. 42% from the field, 50% from two-point region. And also, they were holding itong Marikina to just 20% from the field. However, they have been giving too many free throws. 11 free throw attempts for Rizal, converting on 7. So that's why this is actually still a close ball game despite the atrocious shooting for Rizal in the first quarter.
Labica still on the floor para dito kay Coach June Cuevas. Pasa niya dito kay Sean Vergara. And the struggle continues. Sean Vergara in their last game, scoreless nga in 17 minutes. Missed all 4 of his field goal attempts and also committed 7 turnovers. This is one guy, Coach Noy, na nung kinausap ko si Coach June Cuevas and the rest of his coaching staff, isa to sa mga inaasahan nila dito.
And if I remember correctly, nung opening day nga, we were asking for key players, and itong si Vergara together with Mendoza were the notable players for us to watch out for, and we just didn't see enough coming from Vergara.
Biglang awa, the pull-up. He gets his own miss. That's an easy call, traveling. And Marikina will give the ball back to Rizal.
You see yung ating crowd, family. Even earlier, we saw some kids, babies even. Some of them even still sleeping.
Eh, sana hindi kayo masyado inaantok dahil nga maagang-maaga pa yung laro natin. Pero siguro hindi kayo aantokin dahil nga mga ganyang klaseng play galing dito kay Axel Mendoza. And that move the game brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL.
Well, that time, itong si Axel Mendoza not showing any mercy on biglang awa.
Nice pun. Naisigit po pa yun, Coach Noy.
Really just powering his way for that rebound. And yung power move niya, hindi lang yung shot pati yung rebound.
Just past the 8-minute mark of the second quarter. Magsumbol. Sends it to Villasin. Magsumbol drives. Knifing his way through. Wala. Junio gets fouled by Herrera. And he'll head to the line for 2 more shots. At babalik sa loob. Itong si well, it's the first appearance ni Alexis Capaducio.
Well, since this is only the second game here for Rizal, yung rotations ito, not really that set, and I wouldn't be surprised if we're seeing new players coming in for them. But for Coach Carlo Pacheco, yung the need to be able to establish his rotation with this already their 3rd game, it's pretty much an imperative at this point.
16-13 after Junio knocked down 2 free throws. Labang ulit ang Marikina ng 3 dito. Mendoza pulling up. That is short. Villasin sends it to magsumbol. Umatake sa loob. And that is an offensive foul. Matatawagan dito si Markian magsumbol.
Just excessive roughness that time.
Actually, that is Mestidio. Natawagan doon. Mestidio, who top scored in their last game, had 22 points in their loss against Mandaluyong. And a foul on the side of Marikina with under 7 minutes remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Catalan claiming that he was just in position and with his hands up. But I don't think he had his hands up that time.
Baseline inbound. Wongley. And ball will go back to Marikina. 16-13. Marikina in their last game against Mandaluyong, they lost by 7 but they trailed by as much as 20 points in that game as biglang awa minte sa kanyang 3. Mestidio falls down while taking the 3. And second serving naman galing dito kay biglang awa.
Well, you like how even the smaller guys here for Marikina trying to crash the boards.
Ladika having trouble controlling the leather. He sends it to Mendoza and they won't cross the half-court line in time.
I was gonna say na yun nga, good presence of mind there for Ladika pero not strong enough to cross the timeline.
Under duress na siya dun eh. Catalan trying to post up. Stormed by the defense. Itong mga nakaputi. Vergara, the bump and the bucket finally on the board dito sa Junior MPBL.
Good presence of mind there, Vergara, creating more space with that bump but not too excessive to be called for an offensive foul.
Mestidio, short stab, short. Gets his own miss and banks in that tough jumper.
Yun yung mga floater in in traffic with contact. That's an even harder shot.
Villasin, biglang Mestidio rather, loses the control of the ball. So 5-point lead as we are at almost at the halfway point of quarter number 2. Catalan will check out at papasok dito si Lebron Escalante.
Actually, yung game nito ni Catalan at ni Escalante, hindi nagkakalay. If
Oo.
I'm not mistaken, pareho pang kaliwete ito eh.
Kung kasama ko nga si Coach Joe as Ladika strides down the lane for the layup. Kung kasama si Joseph, parang si Jay Collado, yung Michael Mabulak eh. Diba?
Oo, ang sakit sa katawan yan.
Another turnover. Rizal, a chance to tie or cut this to a 1-point lead. Ladika, acrobatic attempt. He will head to the line for 2 shots.
You can say itong si Ladika and si Mendoza really already having the chemistry. As nakita mo kanina, si Ladika after a layup fell down but quickly ito si Mendoza before going back on defense, picking up Ladika first. I think we just need to confirm this but I think itong si Ladika and si Mendoza actually are the players that Coach Cuevas took in from the Arellano Braves.
Ladika so far 7 points. Make that 8. Has been knocking down those free throws. Meanwhile, a report galing dito sa ating courtside reporter, Teta Cruz.
Ken and Coach Noy, kanina nga bumagsak at natapilok si Ladika ng Rizal Switch Fibers. Pero nakita naman natin na kahit nasaktan ay tumuloy pa rin siya sa laro dahil sabi nga ni Ladika kanina, buo ang kanyang loob na maglaro para sa kanyang team at eager ang buong Rizal Switch Fibers na makahabol for this second quarter.
Thank you, Teta and Ladika. 8 points and really brushing off on what was a really hard fall earlier in the first quarter.
Actually, kung hindi nga pinaalala ni Teta yung, di ba, with her report, nakalimutan ko na eh. You know, with the way he's playing, the way he's moving, parang wala nangyari earlier.
Actually, I have the same thoughts, Coach Noy. Parang it's buried in the memory already with the way he's playing. And here he is once again, now in double figures.
There's no way that guy had a hard fall earlier.
Tabla na tayo, 20 all. And Vergara gets called for a foul. And what has been the keys to success para dito sa Rizal here in the second quarter after trading by 3 at the end of quarter number 1?
Well, I think pretty much, you know, they got Ladika and Mendoza involved. I think those two they're more skilled players. And it's really a matter of finding more guys who can fit in with the already established chemistry ni Mendoza and ni Ladika.
Mendoza right on cue, putting back his own miss, and Rizal takes the lead. 22-20, under 3 minutes remaining. And they have the momentum. Ladika leaking out and scores on the fast break. And Rizal forcing ito si Coach Carlo Pacheco to call a timeout. Marikina down by 4, 24-20 here in the second quarter.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa binigay niyang lakas na pangatawan natin.
Back with us here at the Ynares Center in Antipolo Cities, we would like to thank Vivere Hotel and Resorts, Auto Asia, Doride, and Atlantis 88, Ken Pangilinan, Coach Noy Africa, and on the sidelines, our courtside reporter, Teta Cruz, and Rizal on the midst of a 9-0 run. Samantala, itong Marikina has been scoreless for over 2 minutes.
Well, that's definitely been their ability to run here and unleash itong si John Ray Ladika already with 11 points, while itong si Mendoza, that's Axel Mendoza, already working on another double-double with 7 points and 8 rebounds.
Yung last game, kinapos lang yan.
Kinapos siya ng 1 rebound,
Oh,
yeah.
di ba?
And feeling ko hindi nakakapusin to ngayon.
4-point lead for Rizal, 24-20. 2 minutes and 46 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And Marikina, their offense has hit a snag here.
I think that's really the problem here of Marikina when they go to their bench. You know, nawawala yung kanilang offense, and I think ito nga, guys like Reños, they're gonna need Severo. They should be able to also to set up their bigs underneath. It's one of those advantages that they have.
As they attack the basket, Reños, bagong pasok dito, immediately scoring para dito sa Marikina.
Already 8 points for Renyos.
Mendoza waiting underneath, trying to carve out space. Hagonoy losing the basketball. Capaducio, dangerous pass to Gregorio. He hands it off. A lob, Capaducio unable to retrieve the pass. And a foul against Rizal. Approaching the 2-minute mark of the second quarter.
So that's a third team foul here for Rizal. Marikina with 4 fouls, pretty much in the penalty already.
Severo onto the front court, gets bumped. And Rizal with their 4th team foul. Both teams are now over the limit. Free throw time na tayo after itong foul galing dito sa Rizal, and just under 2 minutes remaining. The Rizal switch fiber with a 2-point lead, 24-22. And seems like an injury on the side. Ito si Renyos. Nilabas din dito.
Well, we hope that's nothing serious because he's been pretty much leading his team in scoring.
Hagonoy unable to convert underneath. Tries to bang bodies and gets the scoop reverse plus a foul. And that move of the game brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL.
Well, we haven't really seen a lot of, yung mga back to the basket kind of players. But itong Marikina, tatlo na so far nakikita natin. You have Escalante, you have Catalan. Ito pa, si Hagonoy showing that that's part of his game.
Kaya binanggit natin, mayroon silang Michael Mabulak, may JJ Collado. Isama mo na dyan. May Shaq Taganas pa sila sa loob. Diba? But, the quality of bigs ni Coach Carlo Pacheco as they tie things up here, 24 all. Rizal earlier had a 9-0 run after they held itong Marikina scoreless in 2 minutes. They were up 24-20, but Marikina with 4 straight points.
Well, they're trying to figure something out here.
So, meron tayong lull in action. Our referees trying to sort things out with our table officials. But, Coach, your assessment here so far with 1 minute and 38 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Right now, both teams just, trying to answer each other's runs. Of course, Marikina had the early upper hand. Rizal with a run here in the second quarter. Marikina scoring on back-to-back baskets. And now we're all tied up at 24.
So ito, pakinggan muna natin ang ating venue announcer, the one in the glasses. So a technical foul against the side of Coach June Cuevas in the Rizal switch fiber for delaying the game.
So actually, they're allowed to choose who will shoot that free throw, and it's Mestidio, the designated free throw shooter, unfortunately missing. But Coach Carlo Pacheco, not really worried about it. I think he wants Mestidio to, find his touch here. Well, so far, Mestidio only 4 points, and in their last game, he had 22.
Hagonoy unable to complete the 3-point play, so we are still tied. 1.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Bata gets whacked, and he will head to the line dahil penalty na ang kupunan ng Marikina.
Parehong koponan na ang in the penalty.
Gareth Mata Like we mentioned, hailing from Barangay San Guillermo in Morong, Rizal. Eh, mga taga Morong dyan, malayo-layo rin dyan, ha? Actually, kahit sa Rizal yun, it's actually almost an hour drive from here.
And actually, if you think about it, ang laki ng pool of talents na pwedeng pagpilian ng Rizal dahil it's pretty much a province as opposed to Antipolo. Yung Antipolo team, city lang yun eh. Actually, yung Antipolo nasa Rizal. So yeah, if you're considering mga geographic factors in building a team, Rizal actually has a good pool, forcing a turnover that time.
They have a 1-point lead. Mendoza being harassed by Mestidio. They go inside. Mata pulls this one out. Mendoza losing the basketball. Agad naman tumakbo ang Marikina. Mestidio binitbit. Senji Mestidio in transition gives the lead back to Marikina, 26-25. Gregorio bumps, pops, no. Mata securing almost, but he stepped out of bounds. Coaching staff of Rizal not agreeing with the call.
And they already have a technical for delay of game.
40 seconds remaining. Severo. Punta dito kay Hagonoy. In trouble. Alejandro. Pasok sa loob. No foul call. Referee's letting them play. Hagonoy. Short stab. Wala. Capaducio. Tracks down the rebound.
This could be last shot time here for Rizal.
Although, yung pressure sa backcourt nito Marikina, pinapahirapan sila dito. And Capaducio will head to the line after that foul against the Junior Shoemasters. 9 seconds remaining in the first half rather.
Well, actually, that's a concept that I haven't seen applied much here in the junior MPBL, regardless of division. Yung last shot, yung trying to look for the last possible shot. It's playing possession, time and score. But of course, teams here like to push the pace, so it's not really a rule. It's really just a matter of time and score management.
Tabla tayo, but Marikina has a chance to get the lead at the half. Severo gets past Mata. Hagonoy floats one up and in. As we end the first half, Marikina on top, 28-26. As we take a look at that connection between Severo and Hagonoy, the Junior Shoemasters closing this one out here in the second quarter. Our halftime interview in just a bit when we return only here on the Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa binigay niyang lakas ng pangatawan natin at itong biyaya, pagkakataon na makapaglaro tayo ng basketball.
Hello mga kaliga, for halftime interview kasama natin si Assistant Coach Kelvin Gregorio ng Rizal Switch Fibers at Assistant Coach Adrian Tambongko ng Marikina Shoemasters. So dito muna tayo kay Coach Kelvin. Dikit po yung laban and yung scores. Ano po yung magiging next step at aabangan namin sa Rizal Switch Fibers sa mga susunod na parte ng laban na ito?
Siguro yung communication ng mga players namin. kailangan mag-usap sila sa loob. Tapos yung mga defense namin.
Coach, do you want to greet someone po, shout out, or any messages?
Binabati ko yung mga sila Boss Glenn Anore, saka si Boss Raul Anore. At saka yung mga yung kamag-anakan ni Coach Jun, yun lang.
Thank you, Coach Kelvin. No? So, Coach Adrian, sa tingin po ninyo, ano po ngayon yung main motivation sa performance ng mga players for this game ng Marikina SHU Masters?
Para sa akin is yung teamwork and team effort para sa kanila yon. Kasi 1v5 is strong, but 5 versus 5 is stronger. So we win together, and if we lose, we'll do that together too.
Coach, do you want to greet someone or shout out?
Shoutout po kay Boss Ronnie Po Beltran yun ng RPBY East Dental Clinic Marikina and San Mateo. And shoutout po kay Councilor Elvis Tolentino sa pagsuporta sa Marikina, mga kabataang Marikina para ma-showcase yung talent nila. Kay Boss Emerson sa Easy Jersey, salamat po sa paggabay sa mga kabataan. And kay Boss Paul po ng Magic 7. And kay Doc po ng Doc Boleros. And shoutout din po pala kay Coach Ashley, matim-team. And sa mga tambay sa Sahara. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Coach Adriano. This is the halftime interview for Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao Jr. MPBL, and we will be back right after this short break.
It's not just about basketball.
Back with us here and at the half, a slim lead galing dito sa Marikina 28-26 against the Rizal Switch Fiber. Ken Pangilinan, kasama pa rin po si Coach Noy Africa. And your thoughts, Coach Noy, on what transpired in the first two quarters?
Well, despite Rizal having 4 less field goals than Marikina, they've been able to pretty much cut down that deficit from the line. 10 out of 18, 7 more makes than Marikina from the free throw area. Marikina out-rebounding Rizal 23-19. Other stats pretty much identical. Yung turnovers natin 15 for Marikina, Rizal with 14. Points of turnovers 13-12. Second chance points 10 for Marikina, 5 for Rizal. And stats are pretty much identical at this point, but for Rizal, it has been Ladica leading the way with 11. Pretty much silang dalawa ni Mendoza fueling that second quarter fight back for Rizal. But on the other end, itong si Reños, who we saw earlier with some shoulder discomfort. We're hoping it's nothing serious because they're gonna need a lot from him. And ito nga si Hagonoy, who beat the first half buzzer already with 6 points and 7 rebounds, working on a double-double already.
And tightly contested itong laban na ito, Coach. Biggest lead so far was at 5 points. Rizal held that lead earlier on. Actually, Marikina held that lead earlier on. And kanina, Rizal went to a 0-0 run to take the lead 24-20. But a strong finishing kick baling din man dito sa Marikina. It's been a game of runs. Marikina closing this one out with an 8-2 scoring blast to take the lead at halftime, 28-26.
So we're really expecting this game to be close, and I think whoever so far in this tournament, the teams have made the runs in the third quarter coming out of the halftime break. Let's see if that's going to be the case here. As you see, Coach Carlo Pacheco, the ever expressive and dynamic coach of the Marikina Shoe Masters. Actually, I'm just checking the stats here. Ito pala si Mart Hagonoy. This is only his first ball game and already on the verge of a double-double with 6 points and 7 rebounds.
Yung mga minsan panggulat eh, di ba?
Just when I thought they had enough bigs in Catalan and Escalante, meron pa palang isang big itong tinatago, si Coach Carlo.
Just about the start of the third quarter here, and we still have 4 matches after this. Right after this one, it's the 18-under matchup, and may technical free throw sa panig ng Rizal.
Well, I think this was due to yung at the end of the first half buzzer, very demonstrative itong Rizal. Bench. I think they were claiming that there was a traveling violation in the backcourt before that Hagonoy buzzer beater.
And itong Rizal starts things off with Vergara firing a free. Kasama niya ngayon si Ladica, Herrera, Mendoza, Axel Mendoza, and itong si Wong Lee. On the side naman itong Marikina, Alejandro. You also got magsumbol, Tolentino, and Catalan. And ito si Severo para ay Coach Carlo Pacheco. So both teams missing their attempts. But that time around, Axel Mendoza pulling up. And he will head to the line for a free throw. As that is brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL.
So itong si Axel Mendoza also working on a double-double already. 9 points, 8 rebounds.
Just missed out on a double-double last game, 13 and 9.
And actually, with the way this kid plays, I think it should be an automatic double-double every game for him.
And a quick breather para dito kay Catalan. Binag dito si Lebron Escalante. Mendoza unable to complete the three-point play, but he ties things up here. 28 all. Alejandro from the right flank gives it back to Severo. Asking for 2 screens up top. Alejandro firing. Unable to convert. Nagmamadali si Ladica. And that pass always broken up. Wong Lee sa loob. Out of control, but luckily for him, there was a foul call against Marikina.
Well, you like how itong Rizal is trying to put pressure on the Marikina defense by trying to attack early.
17 seconds sa kailang shot clock. Escalante with a steal. Severo directing traffic again. Asking for their horn set here. He drives middle, kick out pass. That shot erased by Ray John Ladiga.
You like that much athleticism in the perimeter, especially on the defensive end. As, Ladica with a emphatic block.
And they force a turnover. Rizal now with the possession. Just past the 8-minute mark of this third quarter. Vergara sends it to Ladica. Mendoza really operating on that elbow area. And that time drives and scores.
Well, I feel like itong si Mendoza, the natural position really is maybe a 4 or a 3.
Yun yung mga mold na mga Carl Tamayo, Justin Baltasar, Will Navarro.
But still a project. I mean, even if, he's pretty skilled right now, but still a lot of work to be done here for Mendoza.
Oh, for sure. As Herrera trying to clean up that Wong Lee miss. Magsumbol, nagmamadali. Oh, what a move! But missing on that shot. Almost escaping two guys in white jerseys there. Herrera gets blocked. Mendoza skying high for the hook.
What you like about Mendoza is alam niya paano gamitin yung length niya and very athletic also.
Man, that would have been a highlight from Magsumbol, but instead they give the ball back to Rizal. And Rizal so far outscoring itong Marikina 6-2 here in the third quarter. 6.5 minutes remaining. Vergara against Severo. Pinasa muna ay Mendoza. Clears. Jumper is short. And the foul whistled against Herrera.
I'm actually waiting to see if Marikina will go double post here. Have both of their bigs post up on either side. Parang tagal ko nang di nakikita yan, especially with the way basketball is played nowadays.
Escalante, hands it off. Reños. Balik kay Lebron. Challenging Herrera. And Reños, tough bot back.
You see itong si Reños already having his shoulder tape. So definitely that thing is bothering him. But not enough for him to not be able to finish in traffic.
Something to watch. But like you said, still contributing, performing pa dito sa Junior Shoe Masters. Still a tied ball game once again.
Reños will be the first player in double digits here for Marikina.
And ball on the side of the Junior Shoe Masters. Reños attacking the defense. Sa kanya pa rin ang bola. Gives it to Severo. Pulls up. Masyadong malakas. And they Magsumbol. Gets denied. And so far, we've had 9 lead changes. And we were tied here 7 times. So ganun katindi yung bakbakan natin so far. As Ladica streaking. Probably should have gone for that shot. Severo anticipating that pass. Bouncing it off to Magsumbol. Wala pa din.
So 2 muffed fast break opportunities for both teams. Good block there.
4 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. This is now a 2-on-1 break. Wongley dishes it off. Mendoza. Fouled by Escalante.
You like what Mendoza did right there, initially giving seal screen for Wong Lee, then making himself available.
And Mendoza will head to the line. Already with a double-double, 13 points, 10 rebounds to go along with 2 blocks. Now 4 out of 7 from the line. 4 na minuto at 3 segundo ang nalalabi sa ating pangatlong yugto, as we would like to thank Vivere Hotel and Resorts, All Asia, Doride, and Atlantis 88. Rizal with the lead once again, 34-32. And Tolentino unable to control that pass.
And forced turnover that time for Tolentino. What I'm actually looking at here for Marikina, they're trying to put in 2 post players, but they're not really setting them up underneath.
Talaga, ang haba din ng Rizal. Axel Mendoza has been a thorn on their side so far. And possession, pupunta dito sa Marikina. Renyos. And Sean Vergara, tinamaan ng aming sounds guy dito sa gilid.
So,
mapagpag lang niya yan.
so,
Di ba?
If you're wondering kung kanino nag-apologize si Vergara, hindi sa amin.
34-32.
Well, that's the second time they're trying to go to Tolentino, but unfortunately not being able to field. What I like about our audio guy, hindi niya inisip yung ulo niya, yung laptop sa harap niya. No?
Ladika, binitbit. And gets the 2 there. Opening up a 4-point lead as we turn you over to our courtside reporter na si Teta Cruz.
Napakahigpit talaga ng laban between Rizal Switch Fibers and Marikina Shoe Masters until this third quarter. Furthermore, based nga kay head coach Carlo Pacheco of Marikina, their back-to-back losses is their driving force for this game. And for Coach June Cuevas of Rizal, magpapatuloy pa rin sila sa kanilang depensa.
Thank you, Teta. And let's see how these 2 teams will come out of this quarter here. Vergara, Mintes sa kanyang 3. Severo tracks down the rebound. And Sean Vergara intercepting that pass. Under 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Right now, I think we're still waiting for this Sean Vergara explosion. So far in this ball game, only 2 points. And I really think it's going to be the missing link here, especially with Ladika. After 11 points in the first half, only with 2 points here, actually also taking a rest.
Tolentino in the post gets fouled. De Jesus, the guilty party. 1:46 remaining in the third quarter. Chance here for Cyprus Tolentino to tie things up here. However, missing everything on the first free throw. And again, maraming salamat sa Vivere Hotel and Resorts, Auto Asia, Doride, and Atlantis 88.
So another chance here for Tolentino.
Lane violation committed by Rizal Switch Fiber. As James Mendoza will return, will replace muna itong si Wong Lee. Finally, Tolentino knocking down that free throw, cutting the lead down to 1.
A little bit of full court pressure here.
Vergara. And they turn the ball over here, and to make matters worse, they give up a foul. But good news, wala pa sa penalty ang magkabilang kupunan.
Only with 3 each. So both teams can still give up 1 foul here.
Daryl Catalan will replace Cyprus Tolentino. Biglang awat to trigger it in. Ilyasan. Igo to Renyos. Kick out pass. June biglang awa. Pulling up. Short. He gets his own miss. Spins. Finds Hagonoy inside. Wala pa din. Forward pass ulit. And good job by Villasin tapping it away.
And actually, since that halftime buzzer beater from Hagone, I think that was his first touch here in the second half.
We go to De Jesus. Short on that jumper. 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in the third. Renos being guarded tightly against Vergara. They go to Catalan the post. Kicks it out. Goes inside. Thwarted there by James Mendoza. 14 foul para dito sa Marikina.
Actually, still a good foul there for Renos, especially since it's only his second personal foul, being able to stop that fast break for Rizal.
36-35. 50 seconds remaining and a good backdoor cut galing dito kay Gareth Mata. Axel Mendoza with the assist.
Great execution there and great recognition for Mendoza spotting Mata for that backdoor cut.
A miss from Biglang Awa from deep. This time, lumapit siya, mintis pa rin. And ran out of real estate there. So bola babalik sa Rizal. 25 seconds remaining. But take a look at that. Sublime passing. Mendoza connecting with Gareth Mata there. Yan naman ngayon. Nice bounce pass to James. And he will head to the line to shoot shots.
So right now, I think si Mendoza, after notching his double-double, parang all of a sudden just, trying to concentrate on setting up his teammates. Kaya pa kaya to? 9 assists in 1 quarter for a triple-double. But no, I don't think, he doesn't even know he has a double-double, just really trying to find ways to contribute to his team.
Free throws, both misses. Galing dito kay James Mendoza. Still a 3-point lead. 12 seconds remaining. Biglang Awa. Punta kay Renos. Binabantayan ni Axel Mendoza. Biglang Awa. Fires away from deep.
Finally, Biglang Awa converting from the outside.
And that basket nullified by our referees as we end quarter number 3. We are tied. 38 all, Biglang Awa. That triple tying things up here. Fourth quarter in just a bit when we return. Dito lang po sa Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa binigay niyang lakas ng pangatawan natin at itong biyaya, pagkakataon na makapaglaro tayo ng basketball. Maraming
Back with us here at the Ynares Center in Antipolo City. This is the 16-under matchup between Marikina and Rizal. Nakasalukuyang tabla sa larong ito. As we're just about to start the fourth quarter here. Ken Pangilinan, Coach Noy Africa, and Teta Cruz, our courtside reporter, bringing you the action as Marikina starts off with Mestidio, Villasin, Daryl Catalan, Hagonoy, and Biglang Awa. On the side naman of Rizal, we've got Wongli, Ladika, Mata, Ramos, and Capaducio. And Coach, Marikina and Rizal were neck and neck. Marikina was able to take a 3-point lead late here, but June Biglang Awa knocking down a 3 to tie things up at 38 apiece.
Right now, both of these teams just battling to a stalemate. And so far, 9 lead changes, 8 times tied itong dalawang teams na to, and parang ayaw maghiwalay talaga ng dalawang to.
Ladica about to take his 8th and 9th attempt at the line. So far with 13 points, 4 rebounds, and doing a better job in this ball game, knocking down his free throws. 2 out of 9 nga siya in their last game. 4 percentage, only 22%. Coach Monroe Quezon taking care of business earlier on in the 14 under matchup. Nanalo nga ang Marikina doon over Rizal 63-52. Ladica so far 75% from the stripe.
That's only his 3rd point here in the second half after scoring 11. So I think he's pretty well rested nung ating 3rd quarter, and this could just be the thing that they need for their final push here in the 4th quarter.
40-38, 2-point lead para dito sa Rizal. Pasok sa loob si Vestidio. And Ladica not liking the call. He thought he was all ball. Still animated on the sidelines. John Ladica. Let's take a look. What do you think, Coach Noy?
Might have caught a little bit of the arm on the follow-through. But actually, what I'm most impressed here, yung napaka-patient and understanding ng ating mga referees, not even giving a warning that time. Kasi ganyang klaseng yung demonstration that usually merits a warning already.
We've got 9 lead changes and 8 ties in this ball game. Ladica, pass at Capaducio, blocked by Escalante. Vestidio attacking the basket. Tough finish. Agad naman bumalik si Ladica on the other end. Count it, plus a foul. And that move of the game brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL.
Itong si Ladica and Vestidio exchanging excellent finishes.
And the chance to put Rizal up by 2. Under 9 minutes remaining in the 4th. Ladica, the high point man with 17. However, missing on that free throw. So far, 70%, 7 out of 10. They get the ball back here. Wide open free. Ramos, wala. At bola babalik sa panig ng Marikina.
Well, despite only having played 8 minutes, yung as you see here, yung that finish by Vestidio.
Ganda nung palitan nilang dalawa eh. Vestidio on one end, Ladica on the other, and he gets the steal. Sends it to a leaking Gareth Mata for an easy fast break layup.
Well, Ladica has been trying to set up his teammates. Unfortunately, hindi lang nako-convert, but that time Mata converting.
And they apply the pressure. Ladica gets fouled. And that turned out to be a good foul galing dito sa Marikina dahil pa-fast break na naman itong Rizal.
You can see the frustration there for Ladica because he already spotted at least 2 teammates way ahead of him right before that foul. He was trying to make a touch pass there to try and beat the defender.
Wongni pulling the trigger from deep.
That turned out even better for Rizal.
Biggest lead of the match so far at 6. Approaching the 8-minute mark of the 4th. Escalante gets denied by Mendoza. Takbuhan agad sila dito. And Coach Carlo Pacheco not liking what he's seeing so far. His team down by 6, 47-41. 2 minutes gone by in the 4th. Magbabalik po kami dito sa Junior MPBL.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa binigay niyang lakas ng pangatawan natin at itong biyaya.
7:53 left in the fourth quarter. Rizal outscoring Marikina 9-3 here. And Coach, itong Rizal really streaking. Coach June Cuevas and the rest of the Rizal switch fiber pushing the right buttons in this quarter.
Well, I think it has really started on the defensive end for Rizal, and they have been able to convert the turnovers that they forced into transition baskets.
And the lanky Mendoza again. Count it. Plus a foul, and that move is brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness part of the Junior MPBL.
That's going to be 5 fouls on Hagonoy. Definitely a speed mismatch, and Mendoza knowing that he can take on itong si Hagonoy off the dribble, not only gets the foul, the 3-point play, but also giving the diploma for Hagonoy in this already in this ball game early in the fourth quarter.
And completes the 3-point play, 18 points, 11 rebounds. Samahan mo pa dyan, 4 na supalpal at nakaagaw na naman sila dito. Ladika skying high! And this is now an 11-point lead. And another turnover. Marikina unraveling here in the fourth.
Actually, ang susunod kong nagiging problema dito, if Rizal actually pulls off this win, who do you give the best player to? Two players really making a case for themselves, itong si Mendoza and Ladika, keying this fourth quarter run.
That front court combination has been really lethal so far. Wongni knocked down a 3 earlier, kicks it out. Ladika pulls up from 3, that's short. Battled for the loose ball, nakuha ni Mestidio, gets fouled. Almost 3 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter.
Definitely, itong si Ladika will really need to develop that outside shot because yung slashing skills nga, it's already there. He's a great finisher in transition. A very good perimeter defender, but he really needs to expand his outside shooting.
Putback attempt, wala pa din. Marikina on the drought so far. Wongli, Euro gets blocked. And that ball bouncing off his knee. Bola babalik sa panig ng Junior Shoemasters. Trailing by 11.
Good stop that time for Marikina, but right now yung offense talaga nila yung nag-bog down.
They've been really bothered by the pressure defense ng Rizal. Another block! That's the 5th rejection galing dito kay Axel Mendoza.
Mendoza really playing that a stopper inside that role.
And gets the steal! Really wreaking havoc on both ends, but pinamigay niya yung bola dito. And Ladika again, demonstrative, commits a foul. But man, the defense of Rizal, stealing the ball, blocking those shots up top. And Marikina has been pretty helpless so far here in the fourth quarter.
They actually didn't still warn Ladika, really just giving our players a lot of leeway. But on the side of Rizal, parang eksakto eh. they just flip that switch. Here, yung defensive switch. And just like that, they are in the midst of a very crippling run here.
Reños so far, top scoring para dito sa Marikina. 11 points.
And actually, even if yun nga, medyo bothered siya ng shoulder niya, good thing, it's his non-shooting shoulder. So,
making this a single-digit lead. Ladica streaking down the lane. Mendoza, the reverse, no. And a foul committed by Marikina with 6 and 15 left in the fourth quarter.
that rebound from Ramos just came out of nowhere. Usually that's something that you'd expect out of Mendoza or itong si Ladica, but Ramos that time grabbing that rebound in the land of the Giants, and yun nga, Marikina already in penalty with 6 and 15 remaining.
High looping free throw works as Ramos now with his third point. As we would like to thank Vivere Hotel and Resorts, Auto Asia, Doride, and Atlantis 88. 2 for 2. Ganda tignan nung release eh. No? Meanwhile, a foul against Rizal. A little bit too much sa panig nitong mga nakaputi.
Referees thought that itong Rizal was already in the penalty.
Mestidio pulls up, in and out on that three. Ramos pinunta dito kay Mendoza, stretching and making that basket. May kasama pang foul.
At that time, Mendoza just beating itong si Catalan down court, and Catalan should have just let that go.
Victor Wenbenyama-esque move galing dito kay Mendoza, and that move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL. But took a tumble there, just got up, tinamaan siya sa ilong.
And it's interesting how yung lahat ng kakampi nga iniwanan siya dun, eh, no? Of course, trying to get hydrated here and getting some instructions from Coach June Cuevas. Oh, they're calling an unspo.
Dahil tinamaan sa mukha.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure wasn't intentional, but the impact na yung tama dun kay Mendoza. 56-43, Coach Noy.
Actually kasi sometimes yung tawag na unsportsmanlike is minsan kasi may wind up. There was a bit of a wind up there, although he was going for the basketball. The problem was when you hit someone above the shoulder with that wind up, unintentional or not, you give the referees, you know, the judgment to call that unsportsmanlike foul.
So far, Rizal outscoring itong Marikina. They were tied 38 all at the start of the fourth quarter. And it's been an 18-5 blast galing dito sa Rizal, na looking for their very first win here after a tough loss in their last game against Quezon City.
It's actually scary here for Rizal. You know this team can run, and especially when you have Mendoza, you know, who can start that fast break. As looks like Mendoza will be taking a breather here, visibly bothered by his nose.
And it's taken a long time for the referees to sort things out here. Ayan, may nahanap na silang kapalit to take the free throw. 5 and 51 left in the fourth. Coach Carlo Pacheco His team down by 13. And a timeout requested here. Magpapahinga muna kami. Don't go away. Stick with us only here on the Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
At ng mga organizer.
Back with us here as Rizal up 56-43 with 5:51 left in the fourth quarter. And we would like to greet the Alejandro family watching. Si Naldi, Lily, Akisha, Andres, and Azi. Azi Alejandro is part of this 16 under squad ng Marikina. Although naghahabol nga sila dito. Ken Pangilinan, Coach Noy Africa. Kasama nyo pa rin dito. Alongside our courtside reporter si Teta Cruz. And Coach Rizal really amped up the pressure, the intensity here in the fourth quarter.
That's right, and you know that is what is scary about this Rizal team, because you know apparently that switch exists for them, and I don't think Marikina was ready with what hit them. I mean, we were having a really close ball game for pretty much 3 quarters, 9 lead changes. Tied 8 times, but so far this run has been telling for Rizal.
When they get the ball back after that unsportsmanlike foul, Wongley hands it off to Ramos. Nakasona dito ang Marikina. They swing it. Ladika, shot clock and issue. At yan na nga, shot clock violation against the side of Rizal. And Mendoza looks like he's coming back. He will replace Cabadusho here. His team up still by a baker's dozen.
Make no mistake about it, this game is not yet over, but if they're gonna turn the ball over that way.
And Ladika gets the basket plus a foul. And that move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL. 21.6 rebounds, 3 steals, and 1 block.
Grabe tong batang to. Ang lakas ng pangangatawan. I mean, despite all the contact there, being able to finish still.
And now 8 out of 11 from the free throw line, 72.7%. A better clip compared nung last game nga nila, 2 out of 9 for a 22.2% clip. So magbabalance out yan, mga around 50%. As Reyno streaking in and scoops one up.
So far, it has really been only Reños was come ready to play here, already with 14 points for Marikina.
Wongley in and out. Ramos with offensive rebound. Ladika thinking 3, pulls one out. Halfway point ng ating fourth quarter. Mata sets up Wongley inside.
You like how unselfish itong Rizal squad is. Always trying to find teammates in better scoring positions.
Very unselfish, ball movement on point. And their defense really clamping down itong Rizal, itong Marikina rather. And there they go again. That passing on full display. Ladika now adding on to his point total. Marikina now down by 18 points, 4:31 left in the fourth quarter. Magbabalik po kami. Back with us here at the Ynares Center in Antipolo. And Rizal pulling away here in the fourth quarter. If you just tuned in, we were tied at the end of the third, 38-all. But Marikina, although Severo knocked down that three, has been outscored by 15 here. Rizal now with 25 points, 4 and 12 remaining in the fourth. And Ladica and Tolentino nagkakabuhol doon.
Well, if you're Ladica, the last thing you want is, all those unnecessary theatrics. As you can see, we can see pala Coach Jun Cuevas telling him to use his head. You're pretty much, you have a 15-point lead with 4 minutes remaining. You don't really need to get involved in those kinds of hula baloos.
Coach Carlo Pacheco having a friendly conversation with the referees. Ladica really reminds me a lot of John Nermal of Bacoor City na maglalaro nga mamaya kontra sa defending champions. Coach Joseph Guion, Gerson Cabiltes, and the rest of the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards trying to defend their home court. Mamaya yan at 8 p.m. in the MPBL. Meanwhile, Ladica, 24 points. Mintes sa kanyang dalawang free throw doon, but they got the ball back here. Approaching the 4-minute mark of the fourth. Ray John being guarded by Tolentino. Kicks it out. Mendoza open long two.
I did not expect Mendoza to even have that three-pointer in his bag, sorry.
Actually, the referee signaled a long two. Pero yung game announcer natin sabi, tres. But on our scoreboard right now, it's 65-48. As that shot goes, para dito kay Mestidio. Marikina has to make their move now. They are down by 15. So mananatili sa long two. Pansamantala, yung tira doon ni Mendoza now with 22 points. Ladica stretching. And a putback. Mendoza, 24 and 12. Plus 5 blocks. A complete all-around performance for the big man.
Well, definitely. And I think really there's no surprise here. We know what he's capable of. I feel like he should most definitely be averaging a double-double here in this tournament. Just look at that length. Actually, yung length dyan works both ways. The length of Ladica and the length of Mendoza. Actually, that offensive putback was caused by the aggressiveness of Ladica, getting all the defenders' attention on him and leaving itong si Mendoza wide open for that putback.
And just a lethal combination sa front court itong Rizal 16 under squad ni Coach Jun Cuevas. Biglang awa, making 2 free throws. Still a 15-point lead. Mendoza binigay kay Ladica. Almost 7 minutes gone by in the fourth. Ramos being guarded by Severo. Mendoza against Catalan. 5 seconds sa kanya shot clock. goes to Ladica. Good cut inside pero wala doon. Azi Alejandro with the basketball. Loses the leather but gets the ball back. And a jump ball between him and Ramos. Ball possession will go in favor of Rizal.
Time really starting to run out here for Marikina. And actually what I'm most impressed about Rizal is their ability to manage the time and score. As you can see, whenever they get the ball, they're trying to waste some time, but that was a turnover right there.
Biglang awa, tinamaan sa likod. Foul on the floor, but both teams over the foul limit.
Coach June Cuevas telling Wong Lee to just put your hands up. You don't need to be jumping all the time, especially since in that play he was behind the play, and maybe trying to get a blind side block, but that's not necessarily the best kind of defense that you can play.
Biglang awa has knocked down his last 4 free throws. And a timeout requested here. 2:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. Rizal up by a baker's dozen, 67-54 here in our junior MPBL. Back at us here at the Ynares Center in Antipolo, kung saan Rizal trying to book their first win. Lamang ng 13 puntos, 2.5 minutes remaining in the fourth. Ladica being guarded by Tolentino. He gets it right back. Sends it to Mendoza, but he retrieves the basketball. Wong Lee, high looping three. Wala. Another offensive rebound on the side of the guys in white. Ramos umatake. Scoop. No. Mendoza again. 26-15.
If you're Rizal, you're pretty much confident taking any kind of shot, knowing that Mendoza will be there to clean up your miss.
And they leak this out here. Wong Lee. Out of control there. 15-point lead for Rizal. We are down to our final 2 minutes. Severo. Tumama sa paan ni Gareth Mata.
Well, that defense has really held up here for Rizal. Even on that play, being able to steal the basketball.
Another turnover on the side of Marikina. And Rizal, after a tough loss against Quezon City, looking good here. Yung laban nila against the Junior Giants, they were up by 8 at the half, 36-28, but the Junior Giants of Quezon City were able to adjust in the third quarter and eventually took home the win, 78-70. But right now, Rizal looking good, while itong Marikina mukhang babagsak sila to 0-3 here. Ladica at the line, who I believe is originally from Cagayan de Oro. And here he is, 24.7 rebounds, 3 assists.
Well, if he wasn't playing with Mendoza, he would have been the best player of this ball game. But really, just an amazing front line here for Rizal. I think they're really just one guard short, and supposedly that guy was supposed to be Sean Vergara, but we're still waiting for Vergara to explode.
Di pa masyado nagpapakilala dito eh. Ito si Sean Vergara. Although, he had a field goal earlier, but it has been a real struggle for him. And Ladica Mendoza will check out. Ito si Axel Mendoza with finish with 26 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 block shots. 1 and 18 left. Herrera goes to Ramos. And earlier on, Marikina ang nanalo against the 14 under team nitong Rizal 63-52. Coach Monroe Quezon and the rest of his boys now 2-1 sa kanilang division. Samantala Rizal 0-2. And this is actually gonna be the first win overall by Rizal dahil nung opening day nila, they lost all 3 games against Quezon City. Although lahat yun, halos lahat, dikita naman. Especially, yung 18 under matchup na mamaya matutunghayan natin. Yung Rizal 18 under. Sean Antazo, JC Arcibal, and the rest of the Rizal 18 under squad under coach John Wilson. Itong Marikina naman, they've had already 6 games. Pag dinagdag mo to, 8 games total under their belt. A mixed bag for them. But this 16 under squad will fall down to this mighty Rizal Switch Fiber team, Coach Roy.
Well, definitely, but all is not yet lost here for Marikina. I think they really just have to figure out what style of play they want to do, because we've been seeing them, trying to put 2 post players together on the floor, and they don't really necessarily, if you're gonna put 2 post players, you should at least give them a touch each in your offense, especially when you go on the defensive and they are, defensive liabilities, mainly because, yung speed that actually itong si Mendoza and Ladica took advantage of in this ball game. So they do have pieces here in Reños. You got Mestidio, you got 3 quality picks in Catalan, Escalante, and Hagonoy. It's really just a matter of putting everything together here for Coach Carlo Pacheco.
And Rizal puts away itong Marikina here, 72-56, a 16-point victory para sa panig ng Rizal to book their first win as we check our Atlantis 88 move of the game. And so many moves to choose from here, Coach Noy, but as you see here, now you see me, now you don't, sabi ni Rain Reynos. And he top scored for the Junior Shoemasters with 14 points and 2 assists, leading his team in scoring, but unfortunately for them, they came up short dahil nga sa isang player na kasama ngayon ni Theta Cruz, which is our Atlantis 88 best player of our ball game.
Mga kaliga, kasama natin ngayon ang Atlantis 88 player of the game, Axel Mendoza of Rizal Switch Fibers. So intensa naging laban ng team ninyo between Marikina Shoemasters. Ano yung naging motivation mo para pagbutihin hanggang sa huling quarter?
Pinagbutihan ko po yung depensa po, sinabi ni Coach na wag sumuko sa laban po.
May gusto ko bang pasalamatan o batiin?
Salamat sa sumuporta sa Rizal Switch Fiber, tas kay Coach Jun, tas kay Pacquiao, kay Borgie, kila Jax, tas sa buong AU Boys.
Ayan, congratulations Axel Mendoza and Rizaleño Switch Fibers.
Thank you very much, Theta Cruz, with our best player of the game, Axel Mendoza. 26 points, 15 rebounds, 5 blocks as we recap our game here. This game featured 10 lead changes and 8 ties. So, nung first 3 quarters, it was really neck and neck. We ended up in the third quarter at 38 apiece, but Rizal just turning on the Jets here in the fourth quarter. And they eventually win here, 72-56. They booked their first win here. Samantala, the Junior Shoemasters dropped to 0-3. And up next, it's the 18-under matchup. Rizal versus Marikina pa rin. Kaya tutulak kayo dito sa Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.